Hey guys, and welcome to the 6th Windows Phone tutorial. In this tutorial I am going to be showing you how to use images on your application. This will be from literally just dragging and dropping it onto the page, choosing images locally inside the application. Then we'll go on to using buttons and using a button to actually change what an image is displaying. And then we'll even try and take an image off the internet, and I'll show you the code that you can do this with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a project. I'm going to call it Playing with Images. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean my page up because I don't like to have all this stuff on here. Might as well just do it from in here. Okay, I like to have a nice clean page when I'm working on these kind of things. So what we'll do then is we'll throw down an image. We're going to call it My Image. I typically try to capitalize the last part, so if I'm making a button I'll call it My Button with a capital B, and like this I'm going to call My Image and the image is going to have a capital I. So that's what we're going to do with that. I'm going to increase it to, I don't know, around about 200 by 200. Now what I will do is I will show what I normally, when I'm working with these, I like to keep everything nice and clean. So in my application I right click on the solution here, I click Add, and I add a new folder, and I'm going to call this folder Images. Again, I'm going to give it a capital I. Then what I need to do is drag over an image that I want to use straight into the image folder, and now inside the image folder we have logo.png. So if we wanted to set this image to that, this image tool to the image we've just dragged over, then all you have to do is click on your image and go to Source. And if you just drop down on the Source menu, which is now proving me to be a liar, there it is. You've got logo.png at the bottom. So now you can see that our logo has now appeared inside our application, and if we ran this application, hopefully, I'd like to think we'd see the image. But of course we'll see the image, so there it is. So now what we'll do is, if I remove the image from, remove this source on the image, I'm going to do that from in here. To take that out, so now the image will actually be blank. Now what we want to do is we want to see how we'd actually populate this image using a button. So we'll go ahead and we'll make a nice little button here. So I'm just going to line up, and I'm going to call it My Button, and then I'm going to give it a content of change image, and then we're going to do the click event. So double click on the image to get up its click event, or you can just click on the image and go to the little lightning strike here, which is your event handlers, and then you can just double click in the click box, and it's the same for any of these if you wanted to use double tap, focus, all this kind of stuff. So once we're in here, just clean this up a little bit. It's nice to have some of this like stuff in when you're first making an application, but then it just starts to get really annoying. So here we go. Right, so in our button click, what we want to do is we want to actually change that image to the logo that we had earlier. So to do this we have to choose our image, which is My Image, and then we want to change the source of it. We want the source of the image, and what we're actually going to do is we're going to use bitmap image. So we need to do new bitmap image. Now if we press space, this will go all red and underlined, and then if we choose the little drop down here we can actually just insert the Systems Windows Media Imaging. So that's now added this using tag up the top for us, and we can now start using the bitmap image. So what we need to do is we just need to do a new URI, and literally just gonna open some brackets up here. Now our image is on the right hand side here, and we know we're already inside the application, so generally all you really have to do is you have to go to images and then / logo.png, and then all we have to do is this URIKind.relative on the end of it and finish our lineup. Now this piece of code here should, in theory, when we click on the button, give us our logo. And there you are. As soon as I press the image, we've got our image tool changing. So it's blank to start with. Tap on the image button, change image button, and our image appears. Now what we can do is we can try and take an image off of the internet somewhere. Okay, so as you can see here, I have found a Siberian tiger running in snow. Now, I'm not quite sure how true this is, but this is the image that we're going to use. So all I did was I went and found an image, found its source, and as you can see here we've got the .jpeg on the end there, or .jpg. And now all we have to do is we go over to our application and we need to just edit our bitmap needs a bit of a tweak. So when you're doing a local image inside the application, this is exactly how you do it. Now the next line that we're going to do is I might as well just copy and paste this to show you the difference. The difference will be that before we enter this string here, we literally just put in an @ sign. Now the @ sign allows this to actually get the image from a website. So if we now copy this and replace our little image bit there, we get this massively long piece of information, but that's all we need. So now, in theory, if we remove our old one, if we don't take this out, then we could have a bit of trouble getting our image to display, and we'll run up our emulator. Now that our emulator is running, we literally just click on the change image, and hopefully, nope, we've got an error. Okay, I think I know why. We need to change the URI kind to relative or absolute, and then we run up the emulator again. Now when we click on the image, our image is coming off of the internet. Now I'm not entirely sure why this is the way it is, but all I know is, for the simplicity of these tutorials, that if you leave it as .relative, it's going to get you the local image, but sometimes when you're getting them off the internet you need the relative or absolute. So this is just a nice, quick, simple, easy tutorial to show you guys how you can kind of download content from the internet. So you could say have your own web server with images on it. If you I don't know, making some sort of picture app and you wanted to download the picture to the device, this is exactly how you do it. But the only thing is, you've got to remember, if you're downloading lots of images onto the screen, you want to make sure that they're nice, small and compact images, because otherwise people who aren't on Wi-Fi are likely to have a bit of trouble downloading a lot of images at once on the screen. I mean, this one didn't take too long, but then again, we are in an emulator which is hooked up directly to my computer, which has obviously got a much better connection than my phone would right now. So this is just a nice little tutorial to show you guys how to do that. Just to go over this one last time, just to explain this. With this code here, this code on here, sorry, we'll have the /images /logo.png. Okay, now the top one, this is for getting a local image. Remember, we don't put the @ sign in, and we use the URI kind relative. Now when it comes to getting one off the internet, we put the @ sign in, and then we use the URI kind relative or absolute. So I hope this tutorial was nice and simple, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.